The only thing we have to fear is beer itself.
Beer. So many choices.
Only no function beer well without.
Woohoo! Beer!
Hello and welcome to a very special and highly anticipated episode of Beer Busters, where as usual we're going to bring in the news and reviews of some wonderful brews. I'm Dan Baker, joined by my co-host and brewologist
Steph Hefner,
and our from entertainer Wayne Baker. Now we have somebody joining us at the table today who we've just recently met in person. Is from a company we are very familiar with, great friends of ours, and we're very excited to welcome to the show. We have with us
Andrew John Marty.
There is the elusive middle name.
The answer to the trivia question.
So where's my bottle opener?
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
Oh man. Well, Andrew, thanks for sitting down with us before the end of the shenanigans, I guess we should say.
Well, the end/beginning, because then there's the after party.
Beginning of our shenanigans, but end of the Scavenger.
Pre-after party.
Pre-after party. I like that.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah, we did.
Tell our listeners where we are.
Exactly. So we're the reason it's highly anticipated is we're at Lucha Cartel, which is in Old City in Philly, which I'm excited because it's close to home again. But it's our event with Evil Genius for Philly Beer Week, and it was a scavenger hunt that Evil Genius was doing throughout Old City, and this is the final stop. So this episode is going to be laced with a lot of trivia. It's an extra happy fun time games, if you will. It's all trivia for everybody to win tokens and win prizes, and then there will be a tapping of the Philly Beer Week beer, which is the 8675309. And I'm assuming...
I'm sorry, that's the 8675309.
Yeah, usually when people start, they read it on the tap handle, and then they, at the end of the number, they start singing it.
Yeah,
it's great.
To.
It's
How
great.
Can you not?
They're confused, and then they're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, until you read through it. Oh,
that's right.
So I can only imagine anybody named Jenny gets it for free.
There you go.
There's a lot of Jennies in the house.
It's like the same thing with Shut Up Meg.
Yeah,
if your name's
exactly.
Meg, do I get this for free?
Do I get it for free? I have.
Or am I just offended?
Shut up.
I don't know. If your dad's name is Peter Griffin, then sure.
Yes, there you go.
So talk a little bit about the scavenger hunt.
Yeah, so this is kind of our highlight of Philly Beer Week. We wanted to do a nice interactive Beer Week event where it was kind of like a mini bar crawl. We started at Revolution House where we played Jenga on the rooftop, which is awesome. It was very sticky out, but we had an awesome time. We had a larger Jenga set, which was perfect. And then we kind of moved on over to Stowe's Bar, where they're notorious for having Nintendo on their big screens.
That's awesome.
Which is great. I mean, we all played Nintendo when we were younger. And we had Mario Kart. We were playing Mario Kart.
So that's the original Mario Kart for
the
Super
original.
Nintendo?
It
Yep.
better be.
That's cool.
The best Mario Kart.
I was at.
Oh no! It was Nintendo 64. Sorry.
okay.
They had
All right.
64.
That's
yep.
okay, too.
Yep.
I was at.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was at an event the other night. It was a duck hunt tournament. So Nintendo is pretty strong throughout Beer Week, which is really cool.
Yeah. I know that they're doing that at National Mechanics. They're playing Super Mario
Nice.
Awesome.
over at National Mechanics on the big screen, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then after Stowe's, we moved over to Beer Stew, where we did Flip Cup. We were playing Flip Cup outside, which was really exciting. Yeah.
Awesome.
And now we're here.
And
in order for the scavenger huntees to earn their final token, they have to come over
scavenger
here and play Happy Fun Time
hunters.
games.
Yeah.
Hunters.
So this is the
Hunters.
final stop, and they have to play the games. They have to answer
right.
some trivia questions, and then that's when we start giving them the prizes.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So at each bar, you were told to, participate in an activity, and after doing that, you were given a token. And now, with the right answer to your trivia questions, they will be given the fourth token.
All right.
Fourth and final token.
Yes.
Achievement unlocked.
So when they have all the tokens, what do they get?
They're either getting T-shirt, glassware, other swag items, maybe even a beer from Andrew John Marty.
There you go. That's the best
So
prize of all.
should we
Yeah.
ask Andrew a question so he can earn a Beer Me
Yes,
bottle cap
yes.
opener?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Look who's coming to the table.
And
no.
now
the
we
one and
have
only International Trevor.
International Trevor.
International Trevor.
Hey, you like that? That's your soundbite.
And we
Thanks.
have in front of us.
Yeah, we haven't. I didn't get the clip in time, but we've in front of us 8675309.
That.
That's a lot better than the first time. That was nice.
There's a lot more feeling in that one, yeah.
Well, excuse me, my first beer of the day, so.
Yeah.
It is?
Wow. Number 2 for me.
Bacon is good.
So you guys want to tell us a little bit about this beer? So it is a single hopped beer with Galaxy, which is from New Zealand and Australia. And
It's an international hop.
it is an international hop. Yeah. But basically, we want to do like a single hop beer. We want to do something special for Philly Beer Week. And so it's very light bodied, 6.5%, but also has like a tremendous amount of tropical notes, which is very indicative of Galaxy. Just a real easy drinking IPA though. So as a summer IPA, I think this quite frankly fits the bill very, very nicely.
Very good.
Super refreshing too.
Very light bodied, awesome tropical aroma to it. I fell in love with it. I had it yesterday at the Navy Yard. It was perfect.
Yeah, it drinks really easy, and it's nice and refreshing, but still has the good hop character to it at the same time. Perfect for today. It's a little warm out today. Definitely feels like summer today.
It's really warm today, especially when you're lugging.
That's like an
70
understatement
pounds.
from you guys.
Yeah.
This is the first building we've been in today in Philadelphia that has the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Well, to be fair, my house had air conditioning on.
Well, yeah, the car did on the way down here too, but
No, but
blasting.
it was like getting out of the car today was like a smack in the face.
yeah. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
I walked like a block with a book bag and I was sweating like buckets. It was bad.
Yeah.
We were standing in the bar at Revolution House earlier, and as they were, some people were coming in and out of that top deck. As they were opening the door, it felt like the heating was like hitting you. Like it felt like they were heating the room.
Turn the heat on. No, that's just outside.
Yes.
Yeah. That's just nature.
Yeah.
But now we have the 8675309 to cool us down.
This is great. This is a perfect beer for a day like today.
All right, so people really want to sit down and play trivia games. We have to ask the two of them questions first, but
Okay,
so
you guys
that,
have to. Yeah, you're going to be our
so they
inaugural.
can actually
I want a
win
bottle
something.
opener.
Yeah.
Hello, Lucha Cartel. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Enjoying Beer Week? Everybody good?
Happy Philly Beer Week.
Happy Philly Beer Week. So everybody knows who we are. We are the Beer Busters. I'm Dan.
I'm Wayne Baker.
And this is.
Steph Hefner.
So this is the end of the Evil Genius Scavenger Hunt, where you get to get your fourth token for your prizes, your swag, and we have with us Andrew from Evil Genius, who's been with you guys all day. So Wayne's going to explain how the game and how the day is going to work. So Wayne, take it away.
Okay, well, anyone who may have listened to our podcast knows that we play something called Happy Fun Time games on almost every episode, which are beer-related trivia games. And today we're having a Happy Fun Time extravaganza. So for you guys to earn your fourth and final token in today's scavenger hunt, we're going to have you guys come up and answer trivia questions, and you will also be internet famous because we are recording all of this, and we're going to release it as a podcast episode in the near future. So if anybody who's participated in the hunt so far, come up with your 3 former tokens and play a game with us. You'll get our fourth token, and then later on we're going to open it up. We're going to let anybody kind of play, and we're going to do some group games for like T-shirts and perhaps some other kind of swag.
Some other goodies.
We got some goodies as the night goes on. But we're going to start with Andrew because Andrew wants one of our awesome Beer Me bottle openers right here. So that if you come up here just for playing the game, you're going to get your token. But we're going to ask you probably like 3 questions. If you get 2 out of 3 right, you're going to get one of these awesome Beer Me bottle openers.
It's a lot of pressure.
Which is, or we also have like Mardi Gras bees and Lays, but this is honestly the coolest thing. So this is what you want.
So when you come up to the table, you're going to choose one of 3 games. You're going to choose Years of Beers, where you have to guess the year correct of some sort of craft beer trivianess. You can choose libation or fabrication to see if the beer we say is a real beer or a beer that Wayne just came up with in his head.
Which is the best game, by the way.
And then there's a wild card, which is a bunch of former games where we threw some questions together and we'll just choose random questions to ask you. So you'll make that choice when you come up to the table. And Andrew's going to go first so you can sort of hear how this is going to work.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the wild card.
You're going to do the wild card.
I want to do the wild card.
Okay, so we're going to ask you 3 questions, all right? And this wild card game here is called Lights, Camera, Beer. And this is a game that's all about craft beer that has appeared on screen in television shows. As craft beer has gotten more popular, more mainstream, it shows up in the background in bars on more and more popular TV shows. And I picked a couple TV shows, and I'm going to tell you some breweries, and you're going to have to guess which brewery's beer made an appearance on that television show.
Okay.
Okay, so the first show we're going to do is Weeds, which is a show about a suburban mother who turns to dealing marijuana in order to maintain her privileged lifestyle after her husband dies, and finds out just how addicted her entire neighborhood already is in this lighter shade of Breaking Bad, which ran from 2005 to 2012. In the show Weeds, which of the following breweries' beers appeared on camera? Was it Stone, Southern Tier, Dogfish Head, or Firestone Walker?
See, I've never watched Weeds before.
Think about weed. Which beer would go with
Which
that?
one fits in with Weeds the best?
I would have to say Stone, right?
You are
That'd be-
correct, sir. Yes.
That
Rather
was
than
that was like a trick
That's
question. We're good. One for one right now.
One
We're
for
good.
one.
Stone beers, including Arrogant Bastard and their
Yeah.
Pale Ale, make several cameos on the show, and there is a main character who wears a Stone Brewing T-shirt on the show. So that's 1 for 1. Okay, so the next show on the list, and I should tell you at this point that the brewery options for every question are the same. So it's going to be the same 4 breweries.
okay.
I'll remind you of them just so you know
Sure,
which ones
sure,
they are.
sure.
But it's going to be the same for the next one. So the next show is Orange and the New Black. Orange is the New Black, which is a Netflix original about Piper Chapman, a woman in her 30s who is sentenced to 15 months in prison after being convicted of a decade-old crime of transporting money for her drug-dealing girlfriend. And that includes several characters who are not in prison enjoying craft beers from what brewery? Stone, Southern Tier, Dogfish Head, or Firestone Walker?
It's another show that I've really never seen before, but so far I've been really good at guessing. I have to say, I'm gonna go with Dogfish.
You're going to go with Dogfish Head? That
Yeah.
is incorrect.
No.
There was actually 2
No.
possible answers for this one. It was Stone and Southern Tier.
Oh, okay.
Some of the cast of the show has Southern Tier IPA and Stone IPA, whilst being all unfaithful, moody, and generally weird like they do on that show. Okay, for your third and final question, and you have to get this one right
No,
to
I know,
earn
I know,
your
I know.
bottle opener. Although we might just give it to you anyway, just because. But we'll
I have to earn it. I have
put
to
the
earn
pressure
You
on.
shouldn't give it to him.
You shouldn't give it to him if he doesn't get it right.
it.
Okay.
International, Trevor.
This show is Reno 911.
Okay.
From the
great
funny
show.
folks of MTV's The State, ran from 2003 to 2009, took an irreverent look at what goes on behind the scenes in the city of Reno's police department, and featured many beers from a particular brewery: Stone, Southern Tier, Dogfish Head, or Firestone Walker.
Firestone.
Firestone Walker is incorrect. Incorrect.
All right, Trevor. What would you say?
What would you have said?
I'm going to give you the bonus question. Okay, you can have a bottle opener if you can name all 4 members of the Beatles.
All 4 members of the Beatles. There you go.
He's not very.
Seems
funny.
like a hard question, right?
No, it's not very
Do you
hard.
want, do you want
Yeah.
last names too?
No, he didn't answer my initial question. Go ahead. Which one from the
Oh,
question?
Stone.
Stone is wrong. You're both wrong.
Yeah.
You lose.
Suck.
So can you
No,
answer the
no,
question now?
I'm not doing that.
He's all wrong now. He
No.
wanted to win.
The correct answer, gentlemen, was Dogfish Head. Their beer showed repeatedly on the show. In fact, it is the only beer brand that ever appears on camera. Sam Calgione from Dogfish Head was buddies and ex-roommates with Tom Lennon, who is one of the troupe of the state who put together the show Reno 911.
That's cool.
So their beers, they actually had a connection here. I do have a 4th question, and I will give you another chance. If you get this right, we'll give you a bottle opener. Our
right,
4th
yeah.
and final show
Yeah.
is Parks and Recreation. The absurd antics of Indiana's public officials as they pursue sundry projects to make their city a better place. The show that actually made me like Amy Poehler, which is a hard thing to pull off. Which brewery's beers were featured on this show? Stone, Southern Tier, Dogfish Head, or Firestone Walker?
I'll give you a hint. One of the
been
owners is really, really, really dreamy. Really dreamy.
Firestone.
That is correct. Firestone, home of the dreamy David Walker.
Let's go.
Yes.
He's so dreamy.
The Firestone Walker tap handles actually appear in at least one scene. They also feature Upland Brewing Company, which is a local craft brewery in Indiana where the show is set. But Firestone's a little more well known. So you've earned your bottle
I
opener.
earned it fair and square.
Congratulations. Do you, however, know the names of all the members of the Beatles?
No.
At least
How
he
do
just
you-
said no.
How do you
No.
not know that?
Because
Here,
I
Trevor,
live under a rock.
if you can say them, you can choose a prize.
Now watch Trevor get it wrong.
Yeah. Trevor?
No, he'll nail it.
He's thinking.
He knows better.
Ringo Starr,
Yes.
John Lennon,
Yes.
Paul McCartney, and George Harrison.
Look at that. There you go. That was easy.
Look at that. That was
So
so
we
easy.
found out last week. So we were at the Philly Beer Scene Awards.
Is this an Andrew Marty roast? Is this what we're doing? Is that what that
And you
is?
can't even get away now.
Yeah, you're trapped in your corner, man.
And we dressed up as the Beatles. It was like kind of, I think you may have seen the photos.
Of course.
And on the way in the Uber on the way there, we realized that Andrew can't even name 5 Beatles songs.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Yeah. I live under a rock. I said that before. I'll keep saying that.
Well, you got your bottle.
I got my
opener
bottle opener. That's all.
That's all that really matters.
Do you want a prize, Trevor?
It's kind of like
He
that
doesn't get
time
one.
where
He doesn't want a prize.
No, he needs to
Kanye
answer
West
2 questions.
Had
This is not
Paul
fair.
McCartney with him, and all these people on Twitter were like, "Oh my God, this guy Paul McCartney's so awesome."
Listen,
We've
I've never heard of
He's gonna be so famous now.
Kanye discovered this guy named Paul McCartney. I think he's going to be really big.
We're getting off on a tangent, and you're still
Yeah,
the first
there are
one.
people.
I want
there
to
are
lay.
people.
Yes.
I kind of figured.
So now we're going to open this up to our scavenger hunters. We did promise one guy he was going to be first. I don't know if he remembers.
Where's our guy who's going to be first?
I think that's him over there
Tank
in the
top
tank
guy.
top, but he's not listening.
Tank top guy.
Him and a selected partner can come up and join in. Our first trivia contest participant to earn his 4th and final trophy in today's scavenger hunt.
Or token.
Token, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty big. It might as well be a trophy. So what we're going to do, this is our buddy Al, right?
Al, yes.
Nice to see you, Al. Thanks for coming up. We have 3 trivia games you can choose from. They are listed in front of you here. We have Years of Beers, where you have to guess the year that a particular event in craft beer history occurred. We also have Libation or Fabrication, where I'll give you the name of a beer and you have to tell me if it's real or fake. And then we also have a wild card, which is a bunch of different games that you might just randomly get whatever. So which one of those games would you like to play?
Probably wild card's gonna be my best
Wild
option.
card? Living on the wild side? Okay, we're going to go with wild card. So our last game that we played with Andrew was also wild card, and that was a game all about craft beer in TV and movies. But today's game that we're going to play with you is going to be something different.
All right.
So the next game we have, interestingly, is our Women in Craft Beer multiple choice game. So this is all questions about women in craft beer.
Oh man.
It's something you may or may not know a thing or two about. I don't know.
Not really, but I'll try.
Okay, I'm going to ask you 3 multiple choice questions about women and their role in both the craft beer industry and as craft beer consumers. You'll get your final token just for playing, but if you get 2 out of 3 correct, you can choose one of our awesome little prizes here,
right,
the best
sweet.
of which is the bottle opener. I would
go for
recommend. So our first question today is, women account for what percent of craft beer consumption by volume? Is it 12%, 22%, 37%, or 45%?
Just remember, I'm part of that.
All right.
She's in that demographic. She's a woman, yeah. You can ask your husband, he's right there. He can verify.
Since it was 12 and 22,
12, 22, 37, or 45.
I'm gonna go with 22.
You're going to go with 22. That is incorrect. The correct answer was 37%. Recent statistics suggest that women account for 25% of total beer consumption by volume, but 37% of craft beer consumption
Because we know what's
in
good.
the U.S. 37% and growing, right, ladies? We're all going to drink more craft beer. Yes. Okay, question number 2. In what year did the first woman take ownership of a brewery in America? Was it 1734? Was it 1851, 1920, or 1965? First woman took ownership of a brewery in America.
1965.
1965 is the incorrect answer. The correct answer was 1734. In that year, Mary Lyle took over the operation of the Edinburgh Brew House right here in Philadelphia after her father passed away. She is identified by many sources as the first brewster in America and continued to operate that brewery until 1751. One more question for you, and even though you've already gotten 2 wrong, maybe we'll let you choose a prize if you get this one right. Okay? This is, in what year was the Pink Boots Society founded? Now, the Pink Boots Society is an organization that promotes education for women in the craft beer industry and opportunities for them. And they all wear pink boots while they're brewing, hence the Pink Boots Society. What year was it founded? Was it founded in 2007, 2001, 1997, or 2011?
Oh man, I no idea.
A 25% chance.
You said 2001 was an answer.
2001 was
I'll go
one
with
of them.
2001.
That is not correct.
God.
The correct answer was 2070.
But you get your token anyway.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And you can sign the tablecloth.
And you get to sign our awesome on-the-road
Because
tablecloth.
you've officially been a guest on the show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you will also be on the internet. I don't think we told you that part.
Oh, no, I didn't know. But all right,
This is all being recorded.
That's very cool.
Definitely take a sticker before you go. Be sure to keep an eye out because this episode will be coming out in the near future and you can hear yourself get all the questions wrong. Okay, so we have our next batch of trivia contestants today. Joining us at the table today, if you could introduce yourselves, fellas. You are?
Matt DeTurk. Matt D. Turk.
Matt DeTurk, nice to meet you. And
Rick Tobias.
there you
Yeah,
go.
nice loud voice.
Way to project.
Love it. Love it.
All
So
right,
guys, you have to agree. Which game do you want to play? Years of Beers, Libation or Fabrication, or Wild Card?
Beer.
Beer.
Just something about
Years of
beer.
Beers. Years of Beers. Let's
All right.
do it.
All right.
We're going to go with Years of Beers. Now, this is a game where you have to guess the year in which a particular event in the history of beer took place. Okay? So, and for this game, what we're going to do, since we're playing individually, we're going to say if you get within 5 years, you get it right. That's what we're going to say. All right, so our first question today, tell me, what year did this happen? In what year was the first Great American Beer Festival? What year? 1970, okay, fair enough.
1994.
1994. Neither of you were within 5 years because it was, in fact, the year that Steph and I were born.
82.
1982, the premier U.S. beer festival and competition. GABF represents the largest collection of U.S. beer served in a public tasting event plus a private competition. In 2013, there were 624 breweries serving over 3,000 beers to 49,000 people at the Great American Beer Fest, which began in 1982. Question number 2. In what year was the first malt liquor made in the U.S.? The first malt liquor made in the U.S. in what year?
1975.
1975?
1984.
1984? Not even close. It was 1937.
Wow.
You had the right century.
This is a
Good
hard
enough.
game.
Yeah. The term malt liquor is documented in England as early as 1690 as a general term encompassing both lager and ale. In legal statutes in North America, the term often includes any alcoholic beverage not lower than 5% alcohol by volume made with malted barley. The legal definitions vary from state to state, but the first U.S. brand that marketed itself as malt liquor was in 1937. It was Click's Malt Liquor by Grand Valley Brewing Company.
Yo, big shout out to Clicks.
Big shout out to Clicks. Pour some out for your homies.
Oh, geez.
Anybody drink Clicks out there? Yeah. All right, you've already gotten 2 out of 3 questions wrong, but I'm going to keep asking you questions anyway. This next one is, when was the first American microbrewery founded? The first American microbrewery.
That's a tough one.
Was founded in
a really
what
tough
year?
one.
I will give you a hint. You've been close so far with your guesses.
1980.
1980, okay, and
1978.
1978. You are both within 5 years on that one because the year was 1976. Bonus points to anyone who knows what that microbrewery was. The first microbrewery. Nope. It was New Albion, founded in 1976 by Jack McAuliffe in Sonoma, California. It is acknowledged as the first United States microbrewery in the modern era. It closed in 1982, but New Albion Ale was recently resurrected under the supervision of McAuliffe himself at the Boston Beer Company. The New Albion is brewed, bottled, and distributed nationally by Boston Brewing, with all profits going directly to McAuliffe. So you guys only got 1 out of 3 questions right on that.
But they were close, so they're getting
But you were
beats.
close, so you guys
Good
get some
job.
Mardi Gras beats. And we won't even make you show us your tits for them. And you also, just for playing today, get your 4th and final Scavenger Hunt token. And
Sign the tablecloth.
all of this has been recorded and will be released in a future podcast episode for Beer Busters. So be sure to grab a sticker. Keep an eye out on our website.
Is there a chance I could just show my tits just to show them?
I don't want to see them, but if anyone else does.
Oh, jeez. There we go. All right, we've got our next contestants up here. We have Andrew, Steph, and Nicole. Remember, if you want to do trivia for your 4th Evil Genius token, remember to sign up on the sheet that's floating around. We will get you on the list to compete for it. So, we have 3 of you up here. We might as well do a special edition of it, should we not?
That's right.
All right, Steph, what do we have?
So we are giving away a t-shirt with this round, special round here, an Evil Genius
All
t-shirt
right.
for one of these 3 contestants. And we are playing a
Although
game.
one of them already has one.
True. Well, maybe she'll be nice and give it away.
If she wins, we'll give her a Beer Buster shirt.
Oh yeah, if you win, you get a Beer Buster
We can
shirt.
do that.
There
We
you
can
go.
do that.
So we're gonna play a game that I actually came up with. Yay! It's called Craft Beer Feud. So just like Family Feud, we have the top 10 answers on the board, and whichever one of you gets closest to the number one answer is correct. So we're gonna do one question, and whichever one of you gets closest to the number one answer, you will win a t-shirt. So are you ready? Here is the question. Name the country where you can get the cheapest beer. Remember to lean in and say your answer nice and loud.
Mexico.
Wait.
One vote for Mexico.
All right, Mexico's on the table apparently. All right. Do we have any other guesses? We need other guesses.
Germany.
Germany.
All right. And
French Guiana. Micronesia.
Belgium.
Belgium.
You did hear me say
I was
cheapest,
gonna
right?
say, yeah. It's a little off the mark.
So none of you were on the top 10. So the cheapest place in the world to get a beer is Ukraine. The average beer price is 59 cents.
Per ounce.
So that's where we're going next.
Yeah, right.
All right, so let's try another one. Name the country where you can get the priciest beers. And I'm going to give you a hint. None of the countries you previously named are on this list either. Okay? Name the country where you get the priciest, most expensive beers.
England.
One vote for England.
England is on the table. All right.
Japan.
Okay.
The U.S.
International Trevor's over there pointing to himself.
No, that's not on the list either. No. Jeez, this game is apparently harder than I thought it would be. The priciest place to get a beer is Iran. $7.71.
right?
Yes.
You have to get it on the black
All right,
market.
here's your next one. Name the country with the highest number of beer bottles consumed per person.
Per person. Per year?
Ireland.
That's a safe guess.
I'll give you a hint. It is on the list. Yay!
Ireland's on the list.
Ireland is number 6, so you guys still have a chance to get higher than her. Ireland is number 6.
Germany.
Oh, Germany is number 3.
All right.
If you get number one, here we go.
3.
Number 1 or 2.
Belgium.
And
Wah,
survey said no.
Number 2 is Australia, and number 1, the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
So congratulations, we have a winner!
You get an Evil Genius t-shirt.
There you
Just
go.
let them know what size you need.
Tell International Trevor
Right
what
off
size
Trevor's
you need.
back.
With his sweat and all. And you guys can sign the tablecloth because
you
you've
get your
officially
tokens?
been a guest on the show, and
And you
your
get your
tokens.
tokens.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Take one and pass it down.
All right. Our next contestants are Danielle and Leon. Guys, thank you for coming up to the table and playing.
Happy to be here.
All right. Awesome.
I love the radio voice.
Yes. As somebody, as a broadcaster, I can appreciate it.
to the midnight hour.
Midnight hour.
Smooth sounds
With Leon.
with Leon and Danielle.
Now you
Overnight.
guys have opted for the wild card game, which takes us into a game we have called Firstborn Brews. Now, basically, I'm going to give you a brewery, and I'm going to give you a few of their beers, and you have to guess what of those beers was one of the first ones that they offered when they first opened up. And I can tell you, out of personal experience, it's a little bit harder than you would think. Are you guys ready for the challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. And there's the voice again, man. I'm not going to have a job by the end of the day because of you. All right, well, let me fire up some music, because why not? Your first brewery is Victory Brewing Company, who has done a lot of events so far for Beer Week and a lot more that are planned. Now, the beers you have to choose from are Hop Devil, Prima Pils, and Summer Love. So remember, which one of these do you think was one of the first beers that they offered?
Prima Pils.
Prima Pils and
For 500, Alex.
Hop Devil.
Hop Devil. So Prima Pils and Hop Devil. Hop Devil is the right one. Hop Devil is one of their first ones. Now, Victory was founded in 1996 by Rob Barchett and Bill Kowaleski in the old Pepperidge Farm Bakery. Now, Victory's first 3 beers were the Fest Beer, the Brandywine Valley Lager, which is now the Victory Lager, and the Hop Devil Ale. Congratulations on that. Now, the next one is Dogfish Head. So your choices are 60-minute IPA, Shelter Pale Ale, or the Indian Brown Ale.
The 60-minute.
60-minute, all right.
Indian brown ale.
Indian brown ale. 60-minute Indian brown ale. You are both unfortunately incorrect. It was the Shelter Pale Ale.
Delicious beer.
Founded in 1995, not only was Dogfish Head Delaware's first brew pub, it was the smallest commercial brewery in America. And their very first batch was the Shelter Pale Ale. It was brewed on a system which essentially was 3 little kegs with propane burners underneath. And when the doors first opened to the public, they brewed 3 times a day, 5 times a week, and Shelter Pale Ale was what people could get. Now, your next one, and this is the last one to choose from, is
We've
Rogue.
got, so far, Leon's got none correct, and Danielle has
Danielle's got one. All right.
So you've pretty much lost all hope, but you're still in the game.
All right. At least you'll get your tokens. That's always a plus. Thank you for keeping score, Wayne, because I forgot to do that. So the third and final brewery is Rogue. Now, Rogue, we can choose from the Portland State IPA, the Dead Guy Ale, or the American Amber.
I'm going with Dead Guy Ale.
And?
American Amber.
American Amber. You're correct. It's American Amber. Hey, that's 2 out of 3. Hey! Now, 1987, some like-minded rogues had an idea to start their own brew pub. The next year, a revolution in beer began in the basement of Rogue Public House in Ashland, Oregon. The brewery and pub opened in October of 1988, with the brewery housed beneath a 60-seat pub, and the first beers brewed were the American Amber and the Oregon Golden. So that means you get 2 out of 3, Leon. I'm sorry, you had 0 out of 3, but you can get some beads. You get beads if you want, or a lay.
You want a lay or a bottle?
Bottle opener, too. A Beer Me bottle opener.
You want the lay?
Hey!
Hey! Well, and you get your tokens, of course. You get
Yes,
the shiny
don't forget the tokens. Don't forget the tokens. That's why everyone's here.
You want some?
Thank you.
Should I give him some beads anyway?
Yeah, sure.
Even though I didn't get it.
If you can get them untangled. All right, before you guys leave, you guys can sign our super awesome tablecloth since you've been on the podcast. Go ahead, grab a sticker. We were recording all of this, which we didn't tell you. We were doing it surreptitiously. But this will be on the internet, complete with your voices and your wrong answers. So be sure to keep an eye out on Beer Busters Podcast. If you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, you'll get updated whenever the episodes come out. It'll probably be coming out in about 2 weeks, I think.
Just about, yeah, give or take.
You'll see this episode on the interwebs. So,
thank you for playing, guys. And congratulations, Dino.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have stepping up to the table now David and Laura, who are going to compete in our trivia contest for their 4th and final scavenger hunt token. And they have elected to play the wild card game. So the game that they have is entitled Beer Bluff Headlines. This is in this game, I'm going to give you 2 news headlines that are beer related. One of them is real, and one of them is fake. And you have to pick which one is the real one, okay? So we're going to do 3 questions, 2 out of 3. You get an awesome prize. Even if you lose, you still get your token. And you also get to be on the internet. So you'll be on our podcast, yes. So you'll be internet famous. Somebody's birthday, apparently.
There's a birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday out there!
Happy birthday!
Cha-cha-cha.
Hey!
Did you say cha-cha-cha? Oh, no.
Cha-cha. Wow. It looks like there's a lot of clipping going on this recording.
They're louder than us, and we have microphones.
Right.
Okay, guys. I'm going to give you 2 headlines. Tell me which one is real. We'll start with Laura. First headline is Pong Beer, the new drink designed for beer pong. Or beer maker is sued for selling official beer bongs. Which one of those is real? Pong beer or beer bongs?
The second one.
The second one,
Number
okay.
2.
Your guess, David?
I would say that.
I would agree with that.
You're going to
Number 2
agree.
as well.
You are both incorrect.
Oh, no!
Yes. In case college kids don't have enough options for cheap swill, a brewing company has designed a beer exclusively for beer pong, creatively named Pong Beer. The company estimates that 50% of college students play beer pong, and that the beer pong-related products rake in $20 million in sales.
Did you say 50%?
50% of college students play beer pong.
That seems a little low.
That does seem low.
Yeah, I would
What?
guess like
does seem
95.
That's what their research says.
Their
They are
research is
seeking
wrong.
to unseat the
Bad
unofficial
research.
king of beer pong, which
I've
is
never
Keystone.
played beer pong in my life.
But the thing is,
For real?
you probably know out of 10 people, 7 or 8 people played it. And there
At
was
least.
always that, like,
Oh, yeah.
2 or 3 people that were, like, the awkward weird people that are like, they don't play? Why?
They're
I never did. I'd rather drink it.
stand on the sidelines. Yeah.
You don't want to drink the dirty pong
Yeah,
water,
exactly.
pong beer.
To me, I
Well,
always...
that's why you use water and you
Right.
just have the
And
drink
water,
from,
that's what
from
we
the
did.
side,
Yeah,
right.
That's kind of what we
But
did.
to
You had
me,
your beer,
it was-
and then you had your beer water.
Not even that. It
Pong
was.
water.
I always felt like there's people who would just exclude themselves altogether from drinking.
Well, yeah. Wow, those people are weird. So, moving on to our next set of headlines. Tell me which one of these is true. The first one is hiker fends off bear attack with beer, or bear downs 36 beers, passes out at campground. Which one of those is a real headline?
Second one.
The second one, bear passes out. Second one as well.
Second one as well.
All right, you are both correct. Yay! State Fish and Wildlife agents
winner, chicken parm dinner.
found a black bear passed out on the lawn of Baker Lake Resort in Washington State. There were some clues scattered nearby, dozens of empty cans of Rainer beer. The bear apparently got into the campers' coolers and used his claws and teeth to puncture the cans, and not just anyone. He drank the Rainer beer, but wouldn't drink the Busch beer.
Smart beer.
Good taste. Good taste.
So far you guys are 1 for 2. So this is your third and final question.
Oh, here we
your
go.
last chance to win a super awesome prize, though you will get your tokens either way. Which of these is true and which of these is fake? A spa where you can bathe in beer, or Japanese company developing beer cologne and perfume line?
One.
The beer spa, okay. David, your answer?
Do you agree? Do you buck the trend? Do we sense a rivalry coming?
I will agree with her.
You will agree. Good strategy, because that is the correct answer.
Winner, chicken parm dinner.
There you go. This spa is actually in the lake region of Pennsylvania's Pocono Mountains.
I knew that.
Yes. She was pretty sure of
I
the answer.
totally knew that. I knew there that was.
They offer that you can bathe in beer as well as drink it. Hopefully not the same beer. You don't want drink the beer that you bathed in.
She's from the Pocono region.
Yeah, they
from
have
there.
body
There you go.
exfoliation using hops, barley, and honey, beer and bath massage for $250, a 50-minute pedicure beer foot bath for $95, and also offers 25 minutes a hair beer rinse, so you can bathe in beer, rinse your hair.
$95.
$95.
I can do a lot of other things for $95.
Yeah, you could just buy a lot of beer.
Not as awesome though.
But thanks you guys
It
for
is
playing.
You guys are the best.
Thank you so much. Here's your token.
She gets the shiny one. You have
And
to
you also
choose.
get
You
to
want a
pick-
bottle opener, beads, or a lei.
This is the best.
I will go, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely
too.
want that.
And you can sign the tablecloth. Don't forget
Yes,
to
you
do
can
that.
sign the tablecloth.
Sign the
because you've
tablecloth?
officially been a guest on Beer Busters podcast.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you guys. You guys are the best, and continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we've got our next contestants for their fourth Evil Genius token for the day. Playing, they've opted for the wild card yet again. That's a popular choice today, the wild card. All right. So this game is a game called Hopscotch. So I'm going to give you, it's a few questions all about hops. So we all know hops are one of the most important things in beers. So why not learn a little something about them? So we get some music going, and there we go.
I just want to give a quick shout out. This game, I invented this game specifically for an episode last summer. We recorded at French Creek Organics, which is an organic hop farm right here in Pennsylvania, growing local organic hops. So definitely, if you guys homebrew, you guys know brewers, tell them French Creek Organics, local PA hops is the way to go.
Absolutely. So now after that plug. So, Jeff and Chris, your first question. Which country produces the most hops? Now this is multiple choice. So, you have A, the United States, you have B, Germany, you have C, Great Britain, and you have D, China. United States, Germany, Great Britain, or China? You guys can answer
Yeah,
separately.
you answer separately because you're competing
You can
against each
confer
other.
if you want.
You can agree with each other
You
if
are
you
allowed
want.
to say the
but-
same answer.
One more time. What were the
All right. So, United States, Germany, Great Britain, or China?
The most hops grown in.
I'll say Germany.
Germany, and you can say the same answer if you want. You're against each other, but you can agree.
I'll say the United States.
United States. It is actually Germany. Germany for the win. Germany, the country that has codified hops as fundamental ingredient of beer with the purity law, leads the world in hop production, but currently in the U.S., we are right behind. We are the second largest.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask.
There we go. Awesome.
Can you, for a bonus point, what do you think number 3 is? It was one of the options.
China.
I'll say China, just to
China?
be obscure.
It's
Right.
China, yeah.
China is the number 3 hop producing country in the world.
What kind of hops do they produce?
Chinese hops.
Chinese, yes. General Tso's hops.
I like the sesame chicken hop.
So the next question, so we know the U.S. is number 2, but which state in the U.S. takes home the award for most hops? We have Washington, Oregon, Idaho, or California. Washington, Oregon, Idaho, California. Uh-oh. It is a tough one. This caught me off guard.
I'm gonna go with Oregon.
Oregon, all right.
I'll say Idaho, just to be different.
Idaho, Oregon, and
Potatoes.
Idaho.
Idaho's potatoes.
Idaho's
Come on.
potatoes, Oregon's something else. It is Washington.
Oregon's number 1 export is hipsters.
Washington State or D.C.?
State.
Okay.
State. Yeah, Washington produces the most hops of any U.S. state. In 2013, they produced nearly 55 million pounds of hops.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, the second was Oregon. They put out 8.5 million pounds that year. There's that big of a difference. 8.5 million to 55 million.
I'm number 2.
Number 2. I'm seeing a trend here. So your third and final question to even round out the wild card category. Which of the following is not one of the 3 C's of the popular American hops? Is it Cascade, Centennial, Citra, or Columbus? Which one is not one of the 3 C's? You want the least likely of them.
One more time.
Cascade, Centennial, Citra, or Columbus?
I'll say Citra.
Citra, all right. You've got a streak of number 2 going. You gotta pick out number 1. I guess actually no, it'd be like number 4 because this is the one that's not the popular one.
True. We'll go with Cascade.
Cascade. It is Citra. I am sorry. Citra takes it.
Citra, ass down.
Citra, ass
And
down.
ladies and gentlemen, the beer wench is in the house.
All right.
Thank you very much for playing. Did either of you guys win? Did you both got one?
I think I got one.
Dun, 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 dun.
You were supposed to take scores.
I know, I was keeping track.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
You get your tokens. You can sign the tablecloth, take stickers.
Sign the tablecloth, grab a marker.
This episode will be out in a couple of weeks. So we have a surprise guest at the table, and I'm very excited for this. We have craft beer royalty with us. You know her on Instagram and Twitter and all sorts of social media as the Beer Wench, but we know her as Ashley. Thank you so much for coming out here today and joining us.
Thank you.
Now, I have a bragging right. I actually met you a few nights ago at Opening Tap, which was cool, and it was a very fun event. And this is one of the very few things I can say I beat Steph to in craft beer. So thank you for giving me that edge over her. So what brings you around to Lucha Cartel today?
My publisher is a sponsor of Philly Beer Week, so they were at Opening Tap, and I was also at the Navy Yard yesterday signing books. So this is actually an unofficial book launch for me this weekend. So
Very cool. I knew you were promoting it the other night. Is the reception going well for it? Everybody likes it so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. Very good. Very good.
And the book is called
The Beer Wench's Guide to Beer.
Very cool. And it is for sale now, correct?
Yes.
On
it is
Amazon?
Amazon. It's on BarnesandNoble.com as well. And then it's going to be around at different stores and breweries and tap rooms. So, yeah.
So the book, what does it entail? Is it just
everything about beer?
Everything about beer, your adventures in beer?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not so much my personality, my experience with beer, as it is just talking about the history of beer, styles, the specs. I also go into the brewing process, how malt is made, the different hop varietals, different yeast strains, talking about their impact. I talk about water, I talk about Burtonizing water, I talk about everything pretty much that you would need to know when you're getting into beer. And then I also do a huge section on food pairings, as well as cooking with beer and beer cocktails.
So that would be a really good reference both for craft beer consumer enthusiast or a home brewer or someone who's looking to get into brewing, more the technical side.
I wouldn't say it's like great for home brewers because I don't talk about actual recipes or brewing, but it is definitely really important for anybody who works in the service industry who might be touching beer in some form, whether you're a bartender or a server. It helps educate you on how to talk about beer, how to serve it, how to store it, things like that. I don't claim that I'm a brewer, so even though I know a lot about brewing, I'm definitely not a resource for home brewers. But definitely if you want to learn about the styles.
Yeah, and I've recently realized there's a lot of people out there who make the beer that don't know enough about the style, and we had, I think was it John at Second Story was saying like he wants to get to the basics of the styles and then build it up from there, which is awesome because nobody really does that anymore. They shoot for what crazy ingredient can I get in here, and then my beer is going to get famous. But you got to start with the foundation. Build the foundation, the rest will come.
Totally agree with that. I was an athlete most of my life, and technique as a swimmer, technique is always first and foremost. You can throw speed on technique, but you can't throw technique on speed. So, I do believe in learning, and the science is so important on the brewing side, and so many home brewers don't have that science background on the science knowledge and the engineering side, and so I feel like there's a lot of new breweries that are struggling because they don't have that background.
Now, did you learn a lot of brewing engineering from Dan Del Grande?
Yeah.
He was my engineering teacher when I went to the American Brewers Guild. Awesome. So I could just imagine he was a wealth of knowledge for you when you worked for Bison.
Yeah, he was definitely a wealth of knowledge. And the funny part is that I used to get faxes, like all the faxes of your homework and your test. I used to see them all come through my desk. So, and I used to see him score some of the stuff too. So I know what you guys did.
It was not easy.
No. It was funny, he was joking that like nobody was passing, and I was like, well, maybe your test is just really hard. And he's like, no, I have high standards, and you have to,
You're right. Absolutely.
And the engineering side is not as easy to come by when it comes to resources out there. Like there aren't like engineering and brewing books, yet.
Oh, they're coming. There's a few out there. They are hard to read, though. I will
imagine. I mean, that's no joke right there.
So you are no longer with Bison. You are now with Green Flash. Talk about your role there.
So I'm the Bay Area District Manager. My territory is San Francisco East, the East Bay, which is Berkeley and Oakland and Richmond. And then I have San Jose, Santa Cruz, and Monterey. And I'm pretty much a brewery rep, so I spend my days selling beer, and I spend my nights promoting it at events and tastings and top takeovers. So.
I also have to say your social media is filled with some of the best food pictures I've ever seen. Now, when I met you Friday, I know I mentioned the burgers over at Second Story. Did you get to go there yet?
No, I haven't gone there yet.
Okay, you need to go there.
Down the block.
Really good food there.
Yeah, it's like a block and a half away, if even. If you go there, I remember the name of it. It's the Farmhouse Burger. You have to get that burger. It comes with a fried egg on it, but it's amazing. So good.
Dan, you'll have to get it and tag her in the picture so she can at least see it.
Yeah, right, there we go. We'll do that. I know where I'm going after here.
And I have to ask, since you are big into food too, Rich and I are headed to California for 2 weeks this summer. We will be in the Berkeley area. What's the best place I can take Rich for wings?
T-Rex Barbecue. That's where I take all my pictures. It's also 6 blocks away from where I live. So.
That's perfect.
They because they're a barbecue place. And this is, you have to really think about it. They're a barbecue place, so they all the stuff that they do is meat. So they have really good meat purveyors. So they're getting really good wings to begin with. So it's not always about the sauce, it's about the quality of the product.
Awesome. So, Rich, I will take you to T-Rex. Since you'll be taking me to a crap ton of breweries.
Wings come highly recommended.
So the reason we brought you to the table is to play a game, of course. So, Ashley, you can choose from years of beers.
No, you don't get to choose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Dan, Wayne has a game for you.
I veto.
Wow.
No one yet has chosen the most awesome game that we have.
Oh, geez.
So we're playing Libation or
We are playing the continuation of the beer education of the Beer Busters Nation that is Libation or Fabrication.
All right, Ashley.
So this is an often imitated but never duplicated game. I've heard rumors that other podcasts are playing this game too.
It started here.
Yeah, so just so you know, this is the original. But anyway, this game, I'm going to give you the name of a beer, and you need to tell me if it's a real beer or if I just made it up. Okay. So I'm going to pick ridiculous, stupid names. I'm sure you know there's a lot of them out there. And you need to tell me if it's real or fake. So I'm just going to go down real quick and give you some names. We're going to start with the first one is Heavyweight Tickle Fight Champion of the World. Is that a real beer or is that fake?
That's a real beer.
That is definitely a real beer. It's 12% American barley wine aged in Jack Daniel barrels by Solemn Oath Brewery.
I just want to point out she didn't even hesitate.
No, she didn't. She's probably going to know all this. The next one is probably pretty easy. Tramp Stamp.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real by Clown Shoes, yeah. Unbridled Fury and Ponies. Unbridled Fury and Ponies.
Fabrication.
You said it's fabrication. You are correct. It's not a beer, but it is an amusing series of words. Let's see. How about Sex Viking Duckelweisen?
Wow, that's probably real.
That is real. It's Dunkelweizen by the former Roth Brewing Company in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's actually no longer made because Roth Brewing was sold and is now Gizmo Brewworks. Let's see. I'm trying to pick the good ones on here. How about Premature Fermentation Wild Ale?
No.
That is fake. You are correct. Neither a beer nor a condition you'd want to encounter in either the bedroom or the brewery.
I'm calling that she's going to get a perfect score.
Yeah, all right, I'm just going to pick one more. I'm just looking for like Camel Toe Egyptian Pale Ale.
Mom likes that one.
Damn it. Yes.
Yes, real?
Real.
You are correct. It's an Imperial IPA from Peace Brewery and Pizzeria.
Oh, I love Peace.
Wow, that is a
They
perfect
also make
score.
a Swingin' Single, Full Frontal Pale Ale, and some other interestingly euphemistic names.
Their pizza is amazing. I haven't been to Chicago in about 6 years though, but
I've never been to
Yeah, I've never been either.
so good.
We have the first person that got
score.
every question right, so she gets every piece of swag.
Perfect score.
Would we expect anything else?
She destroyed your game.
Yeah, like right through it. So
I would love that.
You're no stranger to the Philly area, sort of. You're from New York, right?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
from
cool.
Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley. But I know you were telling me the other day this is the first time you've been able to legally drink in Philly.
Yeah.
So
Every time I've been here as a kid, it was always like for historical stuff.
Yeah.
Or going to Hershey Park or whatever.
Hershey Park. All right.
Have you been to Hershey since Trogs moved there?
No.
So you need to go back.
Yeah,
You and Mom need to go on a field trip. Go to Hershey and go to Trogs.
they're like a quarter mile up the road from the park, and it's a great facility. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But what's your take on Philly beer so far?
Oh, I love it. I'm
Good.
having so much fun. It's so good to be on the East Coast, although I keep on making fun of people for what they're wearing. And I understand it's really hot here and we don't have your humidity, but like, I'm not used to East Coast dress. And like, there's a lot of guys in cut-off shirts as I stare at one right now. But like, I don't know.
Cargo
you don't really see that. And like, people yesterday at the festival I was at, this guy had pink shorts on and then this plaid, like, checkered blue shirt. Totally didn't match. And I was like, you just have this East Coast thing going on that I don't miss anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome back.
It's an East Coast thing you wouldn't understand.
Your fancy Bay Area. Just jealous, really.
I like the accents, though. It's nice to hear people talk.
How many people have tried to get you a glass of water?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I used to say water all the time, but then I took theater in college and I got rid of my accent.
That's kind of what did it for me too.
We get made
he
fun
still
of that
says
all the
water.
time.
Water.
Water.
It's water.
What it is water.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a house that's made of like 50% wood, and then a house that's made of 75% wood, the second one is wooder than the first.
Okay.
And
On that note,
you have the first perfect score for libation or fabrication,
Awesome.
which I wouldn't expect anything less. And the book is out now, Beer Wench's Guide to Beer, right?
Yes, the Beer
Amazon,
Wench's Guide.
bookstores,
Yep.
and very cool. So make sure you go out and you get the book.
And I'm sure you're already following her at the Beer Wench.
If not,
But
you're really
not,
missing
follow
out.
her.
Yeah, follow and then check all the history. There's a lot of good beer and food pictures. Like
For sure.
it's what I want my life to be. So I live vicariously through you.
And she stays so damn skinny. I don't understand it.
I live in Berkeley. I walk everywhere.
Good.
So I just have to move to Berkeley. Got you.
Yeah. Done.
Beer Busters West. Here
or
it comes.
just start walking.
That's not gonna happen.
You do live in South Philly. You could walk too.
I don't want to get shot.
I want to cut that part out.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us,
Yeah,
Ashley, and I hope you
you're so
enjoy.
welcome.
I hope
Thanks
you
for
enjoy the
having
rest
me.
of your time in
Yeah,
Philly.
thank you. I'm heading to a girls' event tonight. Chicks and beer.
right.
At Barley. Although I was told there might be a power hour or something where we have to drink 60 shots of beer, and I was like, what?
Wow.
Okay.
Best night ever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I didn't remember.
You'll walk out in pink shorts and a blue plaid shirt.
I want to see that Twitter pic.
Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming on. Thank you so
You
much.
gotta sign the tablecloth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now we have joining us at the table, we have Julie. Julie, how are you tonight?
Great. How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Thanks for coming up here.
Absolutely.
So you are, if I heard correctly, social media and marketing for Origlio?
Yes, my official title is Corporate Communications and Social Media because we do a lot of different things at Origlio, but Evil Genius is one of our many amazing suppliers, so I was just glad that they had an amazing event with you guys for Philly Beer Week.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and these guys have killer beers.
Oh my God.
They're phenomenal.
I was just saying, the only one I haven't had that I have right now in my pint glass is I Love Lamp. So.
Such a good beer.
That's a good one, yeah.
Good one. I love their Purple Monkey dishwasher, that peanut butter porter.
I've gone on record saying that's my favorite beer.
But it's a little hot, so I was like,
Yeah.
something more
Doesn't really fit
toned
right
down
now.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan will still drink it today anyway.
I probably would, yeah. If it's on tap, I'll get it.
It's good. Can't blame me for that.
Very good.
But yeah, tweeting, Instagram, all that fun stuff in the social webs or interwebs, as some people say it.
It's all about the interwebs.
Yeah, I was really fortunate to get the job where I am now. They have a lot of amazing suppliers, but I've always been a huge fan of craft beer, and I've been in Philadelphia for about 5 years, and tweeting on my own account and stuff like that with beer and like
and
food
Philly's,
pairings and
it's a
stuff.
great city to enter if you like beer. It's awesome here.
For sure.
And then we have International Trevor here as well. I don't know if he's going to steal a mic at all or just listen.
I'm just flying into it as I usually do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to chill here for a minute.
Just keeping up with the names.
International. Well, do you want to play against Julie?
Ooh.
I mean, Julie can't come to
head-to-head.
the table and not play a game.
This is true.
Sure.
I think we should compete against each other.
For sure.
That is the requirement for stepping up to the table today.
I think Wayne is going to pick your game, though.
And I think if Trevor loses, you should cancel their contract.
No! I veto that.
I don't think I have that authority anyway. So
I'm pretty
thank
sure
God.
she doesn't.
I do.
Probably not. All right, so we're going to play
The continuation of the Oh, never mind.
because we've had a lot of libation or fabrication sort of overload lately, though that is my favorite game. But we're going to go back to years of beer, so I'm going to name an event, and you have to guess what year it happened, and whichever one of you gets closest will get the point and bragging rights and maybe a kiss
And
from Dan.
swag.
I don't know. We'll see what
We
happens.
still have plenty of
It's
swag.
not going to stop at a kiss.
If you
Especially
bring-
if Trevor wins.
I really want the kiss from Dan.
A couple of pints of PMD and he'll be down.
You
you
did
go.
wear a
Yeah,
cute dress the
Purple
other
Monkey.
night.
Thank you.
They were like one of the only guys that did the drag thing. That was awesome.
I'm not surprised it was them.
Okay, so we're
I
gonna
didn't
do.
even know it was a drag night.
No, they're just good sports.
That's just your Saturday night attire.
And I looked
Weekend
good.
wear.
Hey, damn good. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 questions. Years of beers. Tell me what year these things happened. The first thing that you have to tell me when it happened is, when did Louis Pasteur discover the function of yeast in brewing? What year was that? We'll start with Trevor. Ooh.
Are we still going within 5 years? Did I miss that?
Yeah, is it over or
No,
under?
it's
Just
competitive.
closest?
Just closer
So we're-
overall?
Okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
close.
And it's not Price is Right rules, right?
Nope.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'll give you a hint. They did not know about yeast when the Reinheitsgebot was originally passed in
That's what I was
1516.
thinking about. I was like, did they or did they not? And I
They did
wasn't
not.
sure.
So there's your hint.
All right, I'm going to say 1679.
1679. Okay, Julie, what's your answer?
Thinking a little bit later, like way later. What about 1872?
You are so much closer
Yeah.
than Trevor was, because the year was in fact 1857.
Ooh, all right.
The famous German purity law, the Reinheitsgebot, originally declared that the only ingredients to be used in brewing were water, barley, and hops.
Water.
It was not until the invention of the microscope, following the pioneering scientific works of Louis Pasteur, that yeast was identified as a living organism and the agent responsible for alcoholic fermentation and also dough leavening. Shortly following those discoveries, it became possible to isolate yeast in pure culture form. But yeast was known, sort of, to some extent before Pasteur, though they didn't really understand what it was or how it works. It was called Zug in German, which literally translates to stuff.
Nice.
So they knew there was something there, and it had something to do with beer, but they didn't really understand it until Mr. Pasteur came along in 1857. Moving on to our next event in the history of beer. And if you were paying attention earlier, you will know the answer to this. When did the first brewer in America inherit her father's brewery?
Ooh, I was actually half listening earlier.
Yeah, the first female brewer. What year was that?
But I was not listening to the half of the answer that would get me the answer. I'm gonna go with
fabrication. Not an option.
1871.
1871 says Trevor. Okay, it's a fake year. Julie, 20.
I mean, it's not a fake year.
That's a real year.
That year happened.
I guess I'll go with like 1849.
What year did you say?
1871.
She was close.
You are closer, but both kind of far off. It was 1734. The Edinburgh Brewhouse right here in Pennsylvania was founded by Henry Braddock in the early 18th century. He died in 1734, and his daughter, Mary Lyle, inherited the business, becoming the first female to operate a commercial brewery in the U.S. She ran that business until 1751. 1734, the first brewster in America. Our third and final question for International Trevor and Julie. What year was the porter style of beer invented?
1759.
Trevor saying 1759? And your
Or are
answer,
you
Julie?
asking 1759?
Yeah, that was more of a question, right?
Well, you're not going to get an answer.
Oh, I know it's London, but let's see, year? Let's do 1685.
What year did you say?
1759.
You are closer. It was 1772.
Okay.
Porter is a mixture of dark to light malt, so it was concocted in England. It was shortly after exported to the Americas, but it failed to gain popularity. Porter is a dark style of beer originating in London in the 18th century, descended from brown beer, a well-hopped beer made from brown malt. The name is thought to come from its popularity with street and river porters. The history and development of stout and porter are intertwined. The name stout for a dark beer is believed to have come about because a strong porter may be called extra porter, double porter, or stout porter. The term stout porter would later be shortened to just stout. For example, Guinness Extra Stout was originally called Extra Superior Porter and was only given the Extra Stout name in 1840. But if you're going to drink a porter, it should be Purple Monkey Dishwasher.
Of course.
Chocolate peanut butter porter.
And if you're going to drink a stout, it should be I'll have what she's
And it
having.
should also be I'll have
Oh, yeah,
I went with that year because that was
yeah.
the year that Guinness was created.
That one's good, but that one's strong.
Or if it's around Halloween, trick or treat.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
Way to sort of shoehorn your knowledge in there at the end. Well, I knew that it was the year that this happened. So
Yeah, there you go.
I know things.
Well, you know what? Honestly, it's
I do know things.
I know things. I'm
he
smart.
obviously knows things. No, it's kind of cool though. That's like 4 years before they signed the Declaration here, so there's a lot of history within that whole beer style. So
Yeah,
it's awesome.
absolutely.
That beer style is older than this country.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
As are many other
Couple
beer
years,
styles.
but yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
As is beer itself.
Yeah. Wow. Beer's older than
Just by a few
civilization.
thousand years.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
a little bit. Just by a little. By a hair. By a hair. Anyway.
Well, who won?
Julie
Was it
won.
Julie? I thought
Yeah.
so. I thought so.
It was
Trevor's
kind
not allowed
of
to
a
win.
kind of a landslide, really.
Yeah.
For being honest.
You know what? It's not that fair. I mean, we've been studying for our level 2 Cicerone test in about 3 weeks. So.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yay,
okay.
good
I
luck.
was,
luck on that.
I was embarrassed I missed one of the questions because that means I have a lot more studying to do.
You'll ace it. You'll ace it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, thank you for coming up to the table, guys.
No problem. Thanks
And
for having me.
Thank you for distributing their beers, and thank you for making the beer for her to distribute.
No problem. And if you guys are on like Twitter, Instagram, or Draftlines Mag, and me personally, I'm craftbeer_babe on Twitter and Instagram. So we usually do a lot of Philly-based things, and especially
Nice.
with Evil Genius. So
That is easy to remember. I
Just don't forget the underscore.
Yeah.
and there's another girl, same handle with no underscore, and she's great too up in New York. So
So follow both of them.
yeah.
That's right.
But fuck her. She's from New York.
Well, I mean, if
Gauntlet
you're
laid
looking
down.
for like a Philly, based Evil
Eyes
Genius
are
kind of
being
driven
drawn.
thing.
We want the Philly one.
There you go. That's right. Go Phils.
That kid's not over there anymore, is he? No. All right, good.
That's the first thing. So, Julie, do you want beads, a lay, or an awesome bottle opener as your
Oh,
prize?
I'll take the bottle opener for sure.
You know awesomeness when you see it.
All right. So we have.
And you got to sign the tablecloth, too.
Okay, joining us at the table now to participate in Happy Fun Time Games, we have
Anson.
Anson and
Kim.
Kim. Thanks, guys, for coming up to play. We are playing Libation or Fabrication, except I just closed the app because I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to give you the name of beer. You have to tell me if it's real or fake. And the first one we're going to start with today is a beer called Irish I Was a Little Bit Lager. Is that real or fake?
You did a good job at getting things stuck in my head.
You said it's fake?
Yeah, it's a fake one.
You agree? Fake, you are both correct. It is not a real beer. And I've always wondered what a rabbit in a hat with a bat has to do with a 6'4" Impala. Moving on to our next beer. Tell me, is this real or fake? This beer is called Doppelganger Doppelbock. Is that real or fake?
I think it's legit.
It's legit? Agree? Agree or disagree? Circle gets the square. It is real. I thought it was fake.
Oh, yeah.
That's a name I came up with, and then I Googled it, and lo and behold, it's real. It's 7.45% double bock by Lucky Labrador Brewing in Portland, Oregon. You may also be interested to know that the Vesuvian Doppelganger was the most valuable Magic the Gathering card I have ever owned. Moving on to another beer. Tell me, is this real or is this fake? This beer is called Hellas in a Handbasket. Real or fake? Real? Real? So I'm saying real?
Yeah.
I've stumped you for the first time today because that is in fact fake. This beer is alive.
It sounds delicious, though.
It does sound delicious, but it does not exist. This next beer sounds delicious as well. And tell me, is this one real or fake? This beer is called Baron Von Awesome. Baron Von Awesome.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin, 50-50. Real or fake?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I really want it to be real.
If it's not, we can make it an Evil Genius beer.
There you go.
Right.
That's how it works.
Let's do this. Make it a real beer.
Saying it's real? It is real. It's a 5% ABV wheat beer by Peace Brewery and Pizzeria in Chicago, which came up earlier in today's episode.
So did you guys check before you set up this game that you're telling us beers we can actually get here? Or is just we're going to hear about all these awesome
Are you going to hear about all
beers?
these awesome beers, and then it's up to you to be able to go out and find them?
Oh.
Sorry. I only do half the legwork. You guys got to do the rest. All right, let's see. Oh, this next one's a good one. Is this real or fake? This beer is called Rabid Beaver. Is that real or fake?
Active beaver?
Rabid Beaver.
Rabid beaver.
A beaver.
I wouldn't drink it.
No. You wouldn't drink it?
No.
Well, you would have the chance to turn it down because it is in fact real.
Wow.
It's a 7% rye IPA by Belching Beaver Brewery.
Yay, Belching Beaver.
In Vista, California. It was a gold medal winner at the World Beer Championships in 2014.
In where, California?
Vista.
Is it like Windows?
Down by San Diego.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which we have recently had one of their beers.
Yes,
we did. The crew at Belching Beaver, interestingly enough, has titles such as Spock, the Gimp, Big Beaver, and Beaver King. Those are their official titles.
All the beaver you can drink.
All the beaver you can drink. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Is this real or fake? This beer is called Toss My Funky Salad.
Going from bad to worse here. I want to say they're all fake now. I don't know. Fake.
No, that is real. Hey. It's a 6% kombucha Brett Ale by Tomoka Brewery in Ormond Beach, Florida.
Wow, just throw a bunch of shit in a barrel and see what happens.
And toss the funky salad. Okay, this is the last beer on the list, all right? Here we go. Is this real or fake? This beer is called, drumroll please, Jean-Claude Van Blonde. Is that a real or fake beer?
We're stumped.
Stumped?
I don't know. We said fake so many times.
Phone a
it's been
friend.
Real.
50-50.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with fake again. It's gotta be fake.
Gotta be fake?
It's gotta be fake.
Gotta be fake? You agree?
He doesn't
Sure?
know.
He doesn't know. He's like, whatever
We
she
don't
says.
know.
Sure, whatever she says.
We don't fucking know.
It is real. It's a 6.5% Belgian Blonde Ale by Wits End Brewing in Denver, Colorado. It was inspired by the action hero in all of us.
I think I would have named it Jean Blonde Van Damme.
That would actually be better.
Sounds better.
Yeah. Jean Blonde Ale. Well, you can write them.
Yeah,
I could.
write them a letter. Write
Denver,
them a
Colorado.
strongly worded letter.
I will. And I'll take all the royalties when they change the name.
Because I'll have to have that when I'm in Denver next month.
There you go.
Write it down.
Awesome.
Write it down. Write it down.
Awesome. So that rounds out Libation or Fabrication because I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Well, thank you for playing, guys.
Thank you.
And now joining us for the end of the show, we have Domestic Trevor and we have Luke from Evil Genius. Gentlemen, thank you for stepping up.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
And thank you for putting on this awesome scavenger hunt. Thank you for having us out here for it.
No, thank you for coming out.
Everybody who's come up to the table, did the whole thing, said it was a blast. I had a lot of fun here, and the 8675309 is very, very good.
Thank you.
It's exactly what Beer Week needs. So there's the song.
Oh. Tony, two-tones, doing it right. Yeah, well.
I'm going to fade it out.
We're going to fade out before we get sued.
Yeah, I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the song.
Exactly. It was just a random string of numbers.
Just a random string of numbers that I came up with.
Yeah, you threw darts and you hit a couple numbers. Yep.
Just so happened.
Yeah.
And somebody told me there's a song.
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your Honor?
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
So we figure we can close out the show with you guys head-to-head Happy Fun Times games. I can't say it anymore.
Happy Fun Time games.
I've had a few 8675309.
You know, actually, that's been one of the interesting things tonight was, so we're the last stop on the scavenger hunt. So everybody that came up here to play games with us today had already spent the day at least 3 other bars.
Oh, it's awesome.
So everybody was a little loose. So it was pretty cool.
What I really enjoyed was the people finding the absolute innate value in the tokens.
Yeah.
Thinking that they meant something. They kept up asking me. I was like, no, you don't really need them.
It's just a random thing.
It's just a thing.
Well, what game are we playing?
I don't know. What game you guys want to play?
We're giving them a choice? Okay, you guys have a choice apparently.
All right, do it.
We got
Years of beers, libation or fabrication, or wild card.
We're out of wild card games.
Wild card is done. We spent wild card.
So years of beers or libation or fabrication?
I don't know.
Call it, man. 1 or 2.
Libation or fabrication has the most questions.
Yeah, let's do libation.
You weren't kidding, Luke. You really are loud.
I know.
All right, so we're playing libation and fabrication, the continuation of the education of the Beer Busters Nation,
you got it so
fermentation,
wrong.
libation or fabrication,
The continuation of the Beer Education of the Beer Busters
masturbation.
Nation, the often imitated but never duplicated, fantastic iteration that is libation or fabrication.
I almost got it.
I'll get on that bus.
I don't blame you. All right, we need music. We got that. This is non-copyrighted music, so we're fine. Your first guess is Big Dick's Old Ale. Big Dick's Old Ale. Is that real? Is it fake? Libation, fabrication?
I just want to let you know. Hold on. The beer wench was just up here and went 6 for 6.
Yeah, she got a perfect score, so you've got big
no
shoes
pressure
to
here. Big
So,
Dick's.
Big Dick's Old Ale. You have a 50-50 shot.
Yes. Libation.
I'm going to say that's a libation.
That is indeed a libation. It's an 8.8% ABV Old Ale by Arcadia Ales. Truly a beer for the ages. Big Dick's Old Ale matures gracefully in the cellar as a fruity ester flavor, and mineral notes emerge with the hop bitterness gradually subsides. Delightful on its own or as a digestif. With a hand-rolled cigar, which I'm in for, Big Dick's is a delicious pairing for hearty food and cigars alike.
Everybody likes Big Dicks.
This is true. So now that it's loaded, would you like to...
Yeah, I'll take the next one. This next beer, is it real or fake? This beer is called All About That Brett. About
Because
that
I'm
Brett.
all about
that
that
Brett.
That is a fabrication. It's probably
Brett.
still in the
About
tanks.
that Brett.
I'm gonna say
That's a good point.
I'm gonna say fabrication.
You are correct, and that's very good reasoning. It is not. It is a terrible and tired meme joke I am ashamed to have participated in. Although I did use Wake Me Up Before You Goza
That's an awesome beer.
in a previous episode. Yes.
Oh,
So I'm sorry for getting this song stuck in your head, but I'm not sorry for getting that song stuck in your head.
That's a great song.
Can you please send all of these fabricated names to us?
Got them all.
As long as we get the royalties.
Yes.
All right, Dan, you want to take the next one?
Sure.
We did both of those.
We
so-
did those. Yep, I got to scroll down. Okay, here we go. So your next beer to tell us if it is libation or fabrication is Pearl Necklace Oyster Stout. Is that real or is that fake?
Oh, I've shared way too many of those libations. That has to be one.
And Luke?
I will concur.
Luke is concurring. He agrees, Your Honor. It is real. It is a 5.5% oyster stout that comes from the brewery that brought to you Doggy Style, which is Flying Dog in Frederick, Maryland. They say Pearl Necklace is the perfect complement to everyone's favorite aphrodisiac, whether they are grilled, fried, stuffed, or raw, which sounds like a movie I saw once.
So you like a raw pearl necklace? Is that how?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to get the raw pearl necklace.
It's all about that raw pearl necklace. Pearl necklace.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. Gonna make this the last one.
Yeah.
It's getting a little warm up here.
It is, yeah.
And I think I have to go to the bathroom.
Plus Luke's got to play guitar, so we
yeah,
gotta
Luke's
get out
got to
of
play
his
the
way.
guitar. So this is gonna be our last beer for the game, and this beer is called Hot Beef Injection Smoked Porter. Is that real or fake?
I wanted to.
I'm gonna say real because I really want that to be real.
All right, I like the reasoning.
If it's not, it's the next Evil Genius.
No,
release.
really, I'm stealing the shit out of that, Dave.
I want it to be a fabrication because I only wanted to live in my dreams. That's why.
You are correct, sir. That is fake. That is not a real beer. That name is up for grabs. Feel free to take it. It is not a real beer. And of course,
Checks made payable to Beer
Don't
Busters
grab
Media.
it too tight.
That's right. Hold your hot beef injection loosely.
And don't let it go.
All right, well, that is
On that note, I wasn't keeping track, so you guys both win.
I don't think we were really
I think we
scoring
did
them.
today. I think we had a great time. I appreciate you guys coming out for our event.
Absolutely.
We had a blast in all the bars we went to: Lucha Libre, Stowe's Bar in Old City, Revolution House, as well as Beer Stew. We had a great time. Thank you for coming out and helping us support this
Thank
event.
you for having us out. It's been a
We
hell of
love
a time.
you guys every time. It's a great time. You're just a blast to listen to, and the way you guys are doing this is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. This has been an awesome evening.
Well, it's been a fun day, and this sadly brings us to the end of another episode of Beer Busters Podcast. And it was these guys at Evil Genius that really got us out here. Thank you so much for having us. It was a blast. Congratulations to everyone that competed in the Scavenger hunt. I hope you got your 4 tokens. If you didn't, hey, you missed out, and you would have gotten to talk to us. But thank you guys for having us out here for it. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. It's an absolute blast for you guys to come out here and join us. We had a great time at all the bars we were at, and we really hope that you enjoy your beer week. And we'll see you soon.
Well, as always, I'm Dan Baker, joined by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Hefner.
and our fermentainer,
Wayne Baker.
And remember, no squids were harmed in the making of this beer week. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Jenny, I got your number.
8675-309.